I will never forget sitting in my sophomore year science class, raising my hand to ask a question, and having the teacher look at me and say, "I'd answer your question, but I don't think you were paying attention." And I think it's probably because my notebook looks something like this, or this, although there are words on this page, or maybe this, or quite possibly this. I actually would like to talk to you about these drawings today. I'd like to talk to you about doodling. More specifically, I'd like to redefine doodling and talk about the benefits of doodling. More and more companies and corporations are turning towards doodling as a means to unify corporate goals. And for those of us attempting to make our way into the workforce after graduation, this is a really important skill to at least acknowledge. Doodling actually promotes brain functions that promote personal success. Doodling does three really important things. It helps us to retain more information, remain present, and connect important ideas. Now, the biggest buzz on doodling has a lot to do with memory retention, and Jackie Andrande is a huge name in this. She is a professor at Plymouth University in England, and in 2009 she did a study to test the correlation between memory retention and doodling. She had participants of another study stay behind and had them listen to a really, really mundane voicemail of a guest list to a party. She told both groups not to pay any mind to what they were listening to, but half of the participants got shapes such as these to shade in as they listened. After listening to the voicemail, they asked all the participants, who's planning on attending the party? And unsurprisingly, the doodlers retained 29% more information. For you or I, that's the difference between an A and a C on a 50-point quiz. It's a pretty big deal. But the article went on to talk about why this is so. It has a lot to do with the fact that doodling, although a motor skill, is comparable to listening to background music. When faced with indecision or boredom, doodling helps us to stop fidgeting and helps us to concentrate. Which brings me to my next point. The doodling helps us to retain more information. Remain present in the moment. NPR, in their article on doodling, went into the nitty-gritty of why this is true and why doodling helps us take an image like this, that's kind of all over the place, and turn it into an image like this. And it's because our brains are wired for constant stimulation. For survival, we have to be able to flip our fight or flight instinct on in a moment's notice. But when our environment is void of stimulation, our brains turn within ourselves, which is why researchers found that our brains are most active when we're bored. Doodling, although a motor skill, can provide environmental stimulation that allows you to better focus on what's in front of you. Jesse Prince, who is a professor at City University and studies art research, talks about this concept of pure listening. He defines it as a sweet spot between listening too much and listening too little. And when it comes to doodling, he talks about how it helps us remain in a place where our mind can't wander, think more deeply, or reflect on things. It's why we're able to remain present. All right. But doodling does more than just help us to connect. It does help us to retain more information or remain present. It helps us to connect important ideas. Now, in Wall Street Journal's article on doodling, they refer to a study done by Lisa Cohen, who has her PhD from University of California, San Diego, and she had 10 different participants over a span of 4 weeks doodle on a daily basis and then had them posted on social media. What they found is that the doodlers were better apt to combine problems from their personal and professional lives and provide creative solutions. That was really impactful because beyond that, they were able to connect ideas from different aspects of their life and span them together, which is how they got their creative solutions. And they were better able to communicate those ideas when it all came down to it. A really good example of how doodling helps to connect important ideas is this image, which is found from my rec tech notes. It seems really simple, but it combines a couple of different things. Sound, what it's measured in, how it travels, and what it's recorded in. And although you can't see that all in one image, I can. And it gives my brain contextual examples of how those ideas go together. That's why doodling is powerful. Bamita Mayamara, who's a grad student, is quoted for talking about doodling, and she says that doodling is how she knows what she knows and what she doesn't know, and it's how she knows how all things come together. So now that we know why doodling is important and the benefits of it, I hope that you know that I'm not bored when I'm doodling. And I wish that it was something that my science teacher had known. Doodling can help us to retain more information, remain present, and connect important ideas. So I'm wondering, do any of you guys have a hand? Can you hold a pencil? Well, why don't you mark a line on your page and start doodling? Because there's so many benefits to it. Thank you.